Hi everyone, my name is Audrey and welcome to my channel. Today I'm giving you a new weekly reading vlog. All right, so it's week technically number 2, day number 5 of the Reading Rush challenge, the end of the year Reading Rush challenge. So far, not that great. Haven't made much progress in reading. So I've read 61 pages, 6 pages, 0 pages, 58, and so far today I read 61 pages. So, like, that's not enough. That's not nearly enough. I can definitely mark all those days as reading less than my daily goal. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I'm going to try something different so I can get some more pages done. So what I'm going to try to do this week is to get up, as I always get up like around 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. That's my usual stuff. That's when I can actually be productive. So I'm going to get up, do some editing because I have a lot of editing to do, like 3 vlogs and my wrap up. So like I have a lot. So I'm trying to do one a day, and then today I was just exporting so I can get my TBR up. But other than that, I'm trying to edit and export and all that stuff quickly, so I'm up to date by the end of the week with all of my vlogs and my videos, and then try to read at least for an hour. I'm sorry, I've been trying to film this clip like on and closing my last week's vlog as well, and it cut like twice because of my alarm on my phone that cuts the video. Really annoying. And then I ran out of space again on my phone. I hate it so much. Anyways, we're gonna try and make it quick so I don't run out of space. That being said, where was I? I don't remember. Yes, I'm trying to read in the morning at least an hour, edit, and then in the evening then I can read some more, and I'm trying to aim for the 150 pages per day goal, because my goal is 315 pages, which is not something that's doable for me. It takes me a lot of time to actually read all those pages. So I read for about an hour and I got like 50 pages in, and that was for The Darkening, which has like very big font and big margins on the page, so it does read fast. But for other books, it's kind of hard to read fast. So like, yeah, we'll see. So yeah, that's what I'm going to try to do like this week, and we'll see how that goes. I still have like the tree to do. I was supposed to have it done yesterday, but yeah, I had like old lights. I bought this tree with lights in it already, and they gave out after like 2 years. We've had this tree for at least 5 years, I think. And yeah, after 2 years the lights went off and weren't working anymore, and I've been just dealing with no lights in my Christmas tree for the last couple of years. But this year is the year where I'm putting a stop to that and putting real functional lights in my Christmas tree. So I bought some new ones, but I had to take out the old ones, and they were all attached with these little, with some with tie wraps, which is annoying, but because I had cut through them, and these little tag thing, whatever, which I'm keeping because I find them very useful actually. So I'm keeping those for the new lights, and we'll see how that goes. I was supposed to do that yesterday, but it turned out I was just really tired and decided to read instead, which I did. And I'm glad I made that decision. Anyways, yeah. This week, reading wise, I'm trying to obviously finish The Darkening. I'm around 40% through, almost halfway through. And then I'm going to try to make some progress in Sherlock Holmes. I want to start my arcs because those are a priority. I really need to get those out, the reviews out, so that. And then I'm going to choose myself a comfort read this week. So either The Burning God or The Mockingjay, maybe, I don't know, or Kingdom of Copper. So probably one of these three. We'll see what I'm in the mood for. But it's definitely fantasy, definitely a comfort choice for me. So that's the plan. Hope it goes well. I'm gonna leave you at that. Stop rambling. It's already late enough. I need to go check on my December TBR video, if it's exported yet or not, and get ready for work. On that note, I'll see you a bit later. Was supposed to finish this book yesterday, but I ended up falling asleep. I did read though. I did. But I had like a full day with my students plus a staff meeting, so I was very, very tired, and I really tried. I didn't lay down, and I really, really tried sitting at my desk, but I was still falling asleep, so didn't read as much as I wanted. I wanted to finish this book, and I have maybe 170 pages left. So not too much to go. But yeah, I didn't manage it. Hopefully I'll be able to manage it today. I just finished my chapter, so I could get a couple of pages, but it's already late. So this morning I chose to do some editing. I edited I'm 3 vlogs behind posting. The vlog from 3 weeks ago, I am currently exporting it so I can upload it hopefully before I leave today. I did 2 thumbnails, and then I edited the vlog from 2 weeks ago. So hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to edit last week's vlog and be up to date with all of this editing and that stuff, video content and all of that. So there's that. I was productive, just not reading wise. Today should be easier. So I am going to try and read as much as possible today. We're supposed to do my hair and dye it red. like I was supposed to do since like the end of September. Um, yeah, I was not very consistent with dyeing my hair, but nonetheless, I am lucky that my husband accepts to dye my hair because I can't do that by myself. Um, Especially like the way that I do it, like with the darker roots and all of that. So yeah, hopefully this evening we'll be able to do that, and I'll be able to read. I won't be reading The Darkening though this evening if we're doing my hair, because I don't want splatters of red dye on my book. So I'll probably pick up like Black Forest, which is a book I was supposed to pick up for a long time, and I keep saying I'm gonna pick it up and I never do. So I'll do that. On my reader, it's gonna be way easier. Other than that, we managed to do the Christmas tree, which is fun. And Christmas decorations are done. So, yay. Yeah. So far, I read around like 60-ish pages per day, which is definitely not enough, but it's better than nothing, I guess. I'm trying. I'm really trying. Hopefully I still have like a chapter to do, one last chapter to do for an online training that I took, and then I'll be done with that. So I have until Friday to finish that, and then I can get back to my bookkeeping, accounting classes. I just want to get it over with. I'm glad I did it, but it was just so much to do at the same time. So hopefully I can get done with that this evening as well, because I have a full day tomorrow, and Friday it will be too late. So yeah, lots to do, but I don't have a full day today, so I should be able to have a little bit more energy and momentum going, and get into all of that. We also read though 10 pages of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. So I had a comment on I think it's my TBR video or announcement, no, TBR video, for the end of the year reading rush challenge. And I did mention these books, and then someone commented on that video saying that like book one wasn't, which was The Magician's Nephew, wasn't actually book one, that it was better to read them in order they were published instead of the chronological order. So like book two is actually the first book that was published, and like the way to go into the world. And book number one, which is The Magician's Nephew, which I started with my son, is actually a prequel, and it's easier to enjoy the prequel if you know more about the world and you're invested in this world. So I rearranged the order so it's easier for me and my son to read them. So book number two, then 4, 5, 6, and then book 3, book 1, and book 7. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but that's what we're doing. It's so confusing. I don't know why. Like they keep telling, even inside of the book, there's like a list of all of the books in like the right order of the books, and it says like book 1, book 2, and they go with like how they come through the timeline instead of like the publishing. It doesn't mention that there's a different order with publishing. It's just so weird for me that they don't mention that. I don't know. I don't get it. But yeah, I was confused. So we put The Magician's Nephew aside, and we're into this one. Hopefully, my son is going to enjoy it. So far, it was okay. I was trying to get into my Disney Plus account so we can watch the movie, but on my phone, I can't seem to find my password and to go into my account on my phone. And it's like it's working on the TV on the Xbox, but not on my phone anymore. It's annoying. I can't find it, and I don't want to change my password because it'll change. Like I'll have to change it everywhere. I hate that. So yeah, I was trying to get actually the images from the movie to help him out because he's having a hard time um not keeping up, but like kind of because there's no pictures. I don't know. Um it's a learning process of like switching from children's books to chapter books with no drawings. Um he's trying, poor baby. Um so yeah, I wanted to offer him some pictures. I did after the first chapter. I did Google some pictures, at least of the characters, so he could know like what it was. And then when we're done with the first book, we'll probably watch the movie. That's my update. Uh, I'm gonna stop here because I need to get ready for work. It's already very late. So yeah, I'll see you in a bit. I'm I'm not okay. I'm not great. I'm better than yesterday though, but yeah, I'm still not at the best time right now. I did get to school with yesterday. I was in a good mood, but when I got to school, something happened, and it got me like very very mad. I mean, like intensely very angry. Um, and I mean it was like there was reason for me to be angry, but not like that intensely. Does that make sense? Um, so yeah, I talked to my principal and people involved, and it was just like a big misunderstanding. And like we have a solution to fix all of that, and it's like fine. But I was, it was just like this drop too much in my full tank of water. Does that make sense? There's like a specific expression in French that we use to say that, but yeah, it was just like the tip of the iceberg, if you wish. So yeah, and I did talk a lot about all of that with my mentor, and we just kept digging some other stuff, and she kept asking questions, and yeah, and we dug through some other stuff that came out, and I was crying pretty much all day. It was hard for me to teach, and yeah, it's still it's still hard. um I know that I put like the weight of the world on my shoulders, and my principal told me that I should stop trying to save everyone. Um, that's not gonna happen. Um, yeah, and it's no secret that I'm a workaholic, and I need to be in action to change things. And I've been stuck in um, this situation ish. Um, for over 10 years, and it's not getting better, and I'm so sick of it. It's hard. And then I had a migraine, and I didn't know at first if it was because I was crying all day, because I was just tired and overworked, or if I was getting sick because my son did stay at home Monday and Tuesday because he had fever on Monday. So was it because I got his virus? I think so, because obviously there's something going on this morning still. So we're still sick, and I'm tired of like being sick all the time. I very am, because when it's not me, it's my son. When it's not my son, it's my husband. And it's been going on like nonstop for the last 3 months. And it's so exhausting to always be sick and have those viruses. And I, I can't take that anymore. But obviously, my body is talking to me. So I decided to take the day off today, which is not something that I do usually. Um, but I did. And I'm glad I did. I do have some things to do though, and I am going to try to use this day for me and rest. And I didn't get up at 2 a.m. I got up at like 5 and I fell asleep. It was like before 7. My son tried to wake me up to read the bedtime story, and I told him no, I wasn't able to. I still had a migraine. It's down to like a headache now because I took some Tylenols, but it's still there. So there's obviously something. But yeah, I'm gonna try to use this day to read because that's something that I want to do, and it's something that's comforting for me, and it's some me time. Like that equals me time. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna try to read more than 300 pages today. So more than my daily goal. My goal is to finish obviously The Darkening. I have um 170 pages left, so I'll be able to finish this today. I want to do a little bit of progress in Sherlock Holmes, and then I might start like 50 pages ish through several books just for comfort because there's just so many I want to start. And one of them is going to be, well, not that one. One of them is going to be Strange the Dreamer because it is a comfort read for me and it is on my TBR. I'm probably going to make a little bit of progress in Burning God and maybe start Mockingjay because that is also comfort. And finally start Kingdom of Copper because this one, I devoured The City of Brass and I feel like I really want to get into it. So I'm going to start this one as well. Hopefully they'll get me excited enough to read that I'll read some more. I don't know, we'll see. So if I make like 200 pages there plus 170 pages, that makes it around a little less than 400 pages today. So if I get to that, I'll be over the moon. I do have some work related stuff to do though, and I know I'm not supposed to because I'm not being, well, I am being paid, but it's supposed to be, it's a paid day off. Um, but still, I need to do them because my students are having an exam tomorrow, and I like it's not ready. So I need to do that, and I also have a deadline for tomorrow, which is like my online training thing. I have a last chapter that I need to do and the last exam that I need to do before tomorrow. So I'll need to do that, but it should go actually really, really smoothly, and I'm not too worried about it. I feel a little bit better, and this morning I edited my vlog from last week. That's done with, um, and all I have left is to render all of my videos and export them. So I have like the one from 2 weeks ago, which I'm going to start the export like now, and then render and export the one from last week, and I'll be up to date with everything, and I'll just have like this one to do for next week. So it's not too bad. I'm actually really, really glad with that. I do have my November wrap up to do, but I think I'm just going to like put it together with my December wrap up and then do a full end of the year wrap up so that I can like wrap my whole 2022 year in one video with stats and stuff like that. So that's the plan. So I might just like not go ahead with my November wrap up because I only have 2 books on there anyways. So is it worth it? I don't think so. Probably going to do like, I'm probably going to include it in my December wrap up. So I'll be up to date with everything. And in January, I actually have a full week with no work at all, like not even at the hotel. So
I'll be able to read and edit and film all those amazing videos. It's gonna be my day. I also need to wrap some gifts, some Christmas gifts, because I have a couple of them and I want to get that done. I usually tend to wait at the last minute and wrap them all in one night, and I'm exhausted of wrapping too many presents. And I'm not gonna do that this year. So for the ones that I do have, I have a couple. I have my clarinet. I have my son's present, my son's Santa Claus present, and my godson's present as well. So I'm gonna do those ones. So I'm gonna do that. It'll be done with. And then, so I'm gonna do that. And I was thinking about doing a B-roll of that, but I know that Christmas can be very triggering for some people. And like my husband, for one, is very triggered with Christmas, and it's not good memories. It's not a good time for him. It's very hard for him to get through Christmas. So I don't think I'm going to show these things, just to be respectful for my viewers that might be triggered with that. So, still a big day, but a lot of fun time for me, hopefully. I'm also going to make myself a comfort beverage, so some good coffee. I might get a B-roll for that one. I'm going to check on my export, and I'll be back. Hey, so I wanted to do a quick update. I have been reading a lot, and I was taking some breaks in between reading a tiny bit so I can rest my eyes a bit and be able to read some more. So I made a lot of progress in The Darkening. I'm now on page 316. So I only have 74 pages left, which is very doable. I do take a long time to read those, so it's gonna take me like an hour and a half at least to finish this book. But I'm finishing this for sure today. And then on my next break, I'm taking a break right now, and then I'm gonna go so I can wrap some gifts, and then I'll get back to reading, try and finish this, and then I'll take another break and do some work because I need to get that done. So, like, we'll see how much work I get done. So, that's the plan for now. And then I can get into some more books and try like multiple books and see what is working for me at the moment. So, yeah, I did update my bullet journal with my bingo card. So far I've read my favorite genre, and like I know I haven't finished The Darkening because my favorite genre is fantasy, but uh it's also kind of dystopian. It used to be like a very favorite genre, but I don't read it as much as I used to because it's been very disappointing for me. So, anyways, um, so that one's done. Drink a hot beverage, which I have been doing for a while. You've seen the B-roll. I shall make another one because it's now cold. Um, read less than your daily goal, which I've been doing since the beginning of this challenge. That was an easy one. Then I wrote food, but it's listen to comfort music, which I have been doing for a while. Um, Pretty much every time that I read, I have to put something on. So, and then recently published because The Darkening has been published in 2022. So, those boxes are filled. It's going good. I'm not too worried for the rest of them, but I do need to keep up with all of my reading. I don't know how much time I've been reading today, but I know that I need at least an hour to read 50-ish pages. And if I want to read 50 pages of the 4 books I've mentioned before, that's going to take me 4 hours at least. So, but I'm happy. I'm really, really happy with what I've read so far. We're making some good progress. Um, yeah, that's it. I am feeling good though. I don't feel like I'm overworking myself, even if I'm not supposed to be working and all that stuff. Um, I have uploaded my second vlog. So the only vlog I have left to render and export and upload is the one from last week. So I'll be able to do that tomorrow morning, and hopefully it'll be up tomorrow and I'll be up to date. So I was productive, but I'm not like overwhelming myself, and I'm physically feeling way better than I was yesterday, and emotionally I'm still a bit of a mess, but it's fine, one day at a time. And yeah, so that's it. I'll leave you at that. I'll see you in a bit.
Hey everyone, so it's been a while since my last update. Right, the dog. What, baby? What is it? Alright, I think he's hungry. It's time to eat. Wait, I'll just show you. Hey, baby. Oh. Hey, baby boo. You hungry? Hmm? Hey, baby boo. Yeah. Okay. Là-bas. All right. Non, là-bas, là. Balou, c'est là-bas. Là, c'est assez, là. Touche pas. All right, so I changed settings. I thought it would be different from my usual 2 angles, and I needed something different. So I decided to film in front of my tree. It's aesthetic, it's cute, I like it. Anyways, so yeah, I didn't read much on the end. By the end of the day, I had off on Thursday. I didn't update on Friday because we're now Saturday, and I didn't update on Friday because I had a lot going. I was tired. It was a tough day still. I got through it. It's fine. I am feeling a tiny bit better. But on Thursday, I ended up finishing The Darkening. So I ended up reading a total of 166 pages. So it's the highest number of pages I've read so far in a day, which I'm happy with. It's not exactly the 315 I needed, but it's fine. I'm glad. And I'm glad that I finished The Darkening. I'm actually really, really surprised on how much I enjoyed this book. I really am. I didn't expect enjoying it this much. I'm not going to give it a 5-star though, because I have been debating on like what rating to give it, and I'm not sure. I find it hard because I tend to give a lot of 5 stars reads, and it's hard for me to balance. I don't necessarily want to do the cop-out thing. I think it's too much for me to count and divide and whatever, to add up and all that. And it's just that I don't know why I'm judging myself for giving so many 5 stars all the time. And then when I put all my 5 stars together, I could rate them, like which one I preferred, I enjoyed more. Is it worth all of them being 5 stars? I don't know. I'm doubting myself on my rating system. But there is one thing that I did not enjoy in this, and I did mention it at the beginning, a couple of vlogs ago when I first started this book, where I was on a chapter where it was kind of weird, and it's something about the storm, and it's very, very abstract, and how, like, the magic system is clear in itself. I don't know if it's iconomancy, icons, whatever, how it's pronounced, I'm sorry. But how that works, that's very clear, and I love it. I love how that works, and it's like a language in itself, and you're telling materials like how to act and how to, like, not behave, but kind of, which I love the concept of. And then you have also this, like, abstract thing about, like, great gods that are kings and queens, and it's so abstract. And by the end of the book, it was still abstract, and there's still so many things I don't understand that I wish I did by the end of the book. Like, the abstract thing, it's just not that much for me in writing and books. I feel like it's amazing. Because, for example, This Is How You Lose the Time War, I did not like that book at all, and it was very poetic, which I love poetic. I mean, one of my favorite books is Strange the Dreamer, so, like, I love flowery prose, but I can't grasp it, and I don't understand it, and I don't like that. It's too abstract for me to grasp, and that part of the story I didn't like. So I'm looking at a 4 or a 4.5, but because I was very surprised at how much I enjoyed it nonetheless. I was not expecting enjoying it that much, so I might go toward 4.5 because of that. So does that make sense? I hope so. Other than that, I also realized I need to do a reorganization of my bookshelves, because I just finished books and put them, like, wherever there's some space to put them, and there's no particular order, and it annoys me so much. I really need to do this very soon during my holiday break, because it's annoying. So today I have been doing sprints. I'm currently still doing them. I have been reading, I picked up actually The Mockingjay, so I can finish the trilogy and hopefully start a Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. So this one I'm 58 pages through, I think. Yeah, 58 pages through, still enjoying it. And I love how you go through understanding the politics the way that Katniss understands it. I love it so much. I really, really do. It's not my favorite of the 3 books. I prefer the first one and the second one to this one, pretty equally, I think. But it's still a top tier book in my opinion. And then I started reading Strange the Dreamer, and I've proclaimed this being my favorite book ever. Duology. But this one in particular, because Muse of Nightmares I don't enjoy as much as Strange the Dreamer, because the first part of Muse of Nightmares is very, very slow. This book ends on a very high cliffhanger, and when you get to the second book, it kind of just drops, and it's not like, but it's not like a good drop. It just dies out. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm making sense here, but it really dies out, and then, like, nothing happens for the first part of the book. I know some parts are necessary, but in my opinion, it drags a little bit too much to my taste. But then it takes a turn in another direction, which I love. I didn't predict it was going to go that way. It's not that much of a turn, it's just not something I predicted. And I love how, like, the second part of the book, it's really great, and how it ends, and where it goes after that, it's amazing. So that's why I prefer Strange the Dreamer. I love the setting, the premise, everything in this. Laszlo is, I've said it before, but Laszlo is a teenage me character. Like, when I was a teenager, Laszlo would have portrayed me not perfectly, but very, very well. And I haven't read it, and I first read it in January 2021, and I haven't reread it since. So I was very curious to reread it because it gives me a lot of wintry vibes. So I'm enjoying rereading it during winter, and like, this is at the beginning of me discovering booktube. So I have read so many books since then that I loved, like really, really loved. So I'm not sure if it's still my favorite book ever, but because it's so close to my teenager self, I feel like it really does have a special place in my heart. So I was a bit scared going back into it, but honestly, I'm rereading it and I've seen already some quotes that make me think that's the reason why it's one of my favorites. Quotes that stick to me, that resonates in me, and this writing is just amazing. So I'm 48 pages through, not very far, but I really love it. And this second time around, it's still as good as the first one. I have been reading faster than I was before, and it's my second time around, so I don't know. But yeah, really excited, and I'm glad I picked it up to end the year on a great note. We'll see if it's still my favorite, but it does still have a very special place in my heart. And then I just started Kingdom of Copper. So 12 pages through, I forgot that this author has extremely long chapters, which is one thing I hate. I hate long chapters. I prefer like a lot of short chapters, like in the Inheritance games, for example, which are very, very short. Yeah, I forgot. But it surprisingly reads very, very fast, and the writing isn't that big. It is kind of small, and it reads fast. So I don't know. There's something in the writing, and I can't quite describe it, but it makes me like drink all the words so quickly, so easily. It just flows in my head so easily. So I'm glad I picked it up. I'm going to be very motivated to get some reading done and finish books, even if these are all very long books. So this one is 621 pages. This one is over 500 pages. 400 pages for the Mockingjay, Songbirds of Snakes, and Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes is over 500 pages as well. So long books, but like, I know I'm devouring the pages and I'm motivated to keep on reading, so I don't mind at all. So honestly, I don't mind at all. I did have to go and get a recap of The City of Brass because it's been a while since I read it, and I remember like the main plots and twists and reveals, but I didn't remember like specific things. And the politics in this book is, I don't want to say complicated, but a tiny bit. But I read like a recap somewhere on an internet page on a website, and like I remembered it, and it got back to me, and I got back into the epilogue very easily. Like, the epilogue is 26 pages. It's so long. I'm not done with it, obviously. So I'm going to continue sprinting, continue reading. We still have 20 minutes left for this sprint, and then I'm gonna do another 20-minute sprints, and then end that off, and then I have another night of, and then I have another night shift. Tomorrow I'm probably going to do my hair and do some more reading, and yeah, I'm feeling better ish, and trying to treat myself, trying and trying to be kind to myself. It's not an easy thing to do. So, on that note, I'll see you a bit later. Hey everyone, so I did an update yesterday. I had a very bad night shift. It was a rough one for me to get through. I felt very sick, very dizzy, and lightheaded, and I didn't have a lot of energy. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still not great. I joined Princess's Prince pretty late, which I usually try to get up before 3 p.m., which is the time, my time, when she goes live. And it was like way past that when I got up. I've had a hard time sleeping, then past a certain point, I sleep too much, so I don't know. It's a mess. It's just a big mess. I tried to read. I didn't. I did read, actually. I read 10, 11 pages of The Lion, the Wardrobe, The Witch and the Wardrobe. And now we finished chapter 4. So we're on page 47 out of 100, 200. So not too bad. It's going good though, and my son is enjoying it. We do need to like recap a lot what happened and retell in our own words. I do that just to make sure that he understands, because since there's no pictures to look at, it's easier for him to just like do whatever, and he seems like he's not listening and focusing on whatever he finds, and he's focusing on whatever is in front of him, which is not the book, except for the book. Um, yeah. So a lot of times I'm not sure he does understand, or that he acts, because it is part of his speech impediment thing. But so far it's good, and he's actually really excited to continue on. So that's a win. I didn't continue much on Kingdom of Copper. Didn't continue at all, actually. I'm still at page 30, 31, and I did want to read it, but this book is so floppy and fragile at the same time. I didn't want to end up with a book on my face, or um, damage the book, because it's what I felt was going to happen if I did that. So I'm gonna bring it with me at school today. We'll see if I do have time for that. I am trying to take breaks so that I can survive these last 2 weeks a little bit better. It's hard physically because I'm sick, because I'm exhausted, but it's fine. Yeah, I'm disappointed with yesterday, but because I didn't do anything except sleep. But yeah, it happens. I'm gonna leave it at this for now, and I need to get ready anyways for work this morning. So thank you for watching my chaotic vlogs as usual. Like, comment, subscribe if you wish. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified every time I upload a new video, and I'll see you soon in the next one. Bye.